Right guys, Sean here. I'm going to be doing something completely out the ballpark. Like, I love this game. I can't even begin to describe how much I love this game. I obviously saw it on YouTube, and something about it just grabbed my attention, that and the price tag, because at the time it was just under £7, I think it is. It's just under £7 to buy on the PlayStation Store. So I just thought, I saw it, seen it on YouTube, and so I thought, you know what, I'll grab it, give it a shot. And you know what, I'm actually glad I did. So you can play it single player or with as a multiplayer. Both are good. I play it a lot of it I play solo, but I will jump in and play with my friends now and then. But yeah, it's a brilliant game. So the premise is you get caught in a plane crash, and you'll see. I'll sort of explain certain aspects as we go. But the premise is obviously you have an accident, you end up in a forest or an island somewhere, and you have to survive. But not only do you have to survive, you have to thrive. But there is an aspect of obviously survival, base building. So you have loads you can do. We're going to get straight into it because I want to get this underway like fairly quickly, because, well, at some point I will show you my multiplayer build, that I built as a house, because this game allows you so much freedom in the sense of what you're building, what you're doing. It's actually really good. I can lose hours of my life. Like, at the minute my sleep pattern seems to have, I have finally sorted my sleep pattern, guys. So my sleep pattern tends to be now is I'll fall asleep before 8 in the evening, and I'm up at like 4 in the morning. Alright, but I'll be quiet now so you guys can see what's going on. Obviously this is a prologue, like the prologue, but I will let you see. So you're on a plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened.
So that's your son, the young boy is your son.
Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
No. Weirdly enough, I've never actually taken the time to watch this part of it. I don't know why. Like, yeah. Right, so we've now landed, guys, and the point is to get off this half of the plane and to set up base and survive, because what has happened is you've landed on like an island, and there are cannibals, as you'll see down the line. There are cannibals. It gets really freaky down the line, as you will see as we progress through this gameplay. What I recommend though is when you first hit the ground, open all these, crack all these, because they'll have stuff you need. Medication. Oh dear. Right, we need to get get this stuff and get the hell out of here, because of that is by the looks of it, that is a cannibal village, and I don't particularly want to be anywhere near it at this early stage. I want to survive, and to do that I need to get the hell away from this village. Unless I can actually set up in the village itself, but then that's a whole new set of problems, and I don't want to be dealing with that either. So I do know a couple of locations that are good to set up, as obviously this isn't my first playthrough. I've ploughed hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game already. Well, not hundreds. I want to say somewhere in the region of like 50 to 60, maybe. I've ploughed into this game, but on other different variations. Just trying to work out what's best. Unfortunately, I don't know where I am to build. We need to keep moving. So this is all the stuff you get. You collect them. I'll show you what what you can do as we go. This is a bad area because there's barely any foliage and no wildlife, because obviously you're going to need to forage food to survive, things like that. You have to collect sticks, stones, you have to build fires, shelters, everything, all while trying to fend off not zombies, my apologies, that's not what I meant, cannibals, basically. I know where we are. So that's so basically that has a big part to play in it. That's a giant sinkhole in the ground. We'll find out what that is later on, but for this episode of these, what will be a series of episodes, we will just look at the. We're gonna find a perfect little location to build where I can just set up a base with little or no troubles. If I'm right. Oh no, I'm out of stamina. But yeah, we're gonna find somewhere that I can haul up, which is obviously what I want to survive, which you need to survive, if I'm honest, because I think it's towards the end of day 1, maybe the start of day 2, you start encountering the old zombies. Not zombies. I keep saying zombies. I am so sorry, guys. You start encountering the cannibals, because you've got cannibals. Plus, you also have like mutants, which it will become clear, like all of that, towards the end of the game. So this is the sinkhole. It will play an important role in the game at some point. Just not while we're in the initial stages of building a base. We need a perfect little area, because obviously, as you can see here, as much as it's a nice area, it doesn't offer any foliage or food, and those are the two main things you need to start with, is food and resources, which I need to start hurrying up and getting my arse in gear, because we will eventually lose daylight as well. And the cannibals tend to be more active in the evening times. So we need to find somewhere nice and comfortable to set up shop, because then I can build a base up, or a camp up would be more what I mean. Build a camp up, and then we can actually get going. Please don't tell me. So that's just a camp. We don't need anything to do with that, although they probably have some of the materials I need. Right, we're going to do it. Right, we're going to go in quickly. I tend to avoid encountering these camps early on in the game, because I'm not equipped to take down cannibals just yet. I'm not strong enough. I will do what I can. So if you combine 2 sticks, if you get 2 sticks, it comes up with a symbol, and you make a spear. Obviously, spear will be useful. I tend to use the spear because you can like jab enemies, stuff like that. It's good for like spearing wildlife to obviously catch food. which is another really good, important thing that you will find you will need later on in the game. I think I know where I am. Aha! I think I know where I am, guys. So we will keep moving. We're going to get the hell out of Dodge because I need to find somewhere to hunker down. And if I am where I think I am, I have the perfect spot. So if you ever get round to playing... Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. That will happen. So that is a cannibal. I've got... These are the main ones. These ones are starving hungry, so they will attack you for no apparent reason if you're not careful. Yeah, no, I know I'm next to the katana. I won't get it just yet because I've only just started, so I need to get a base set up first. Getting myself a base set up is more important to me just this second, which I am here. I always build here because you don't get attacked. On my multiplayer build, I've been here in this location now for somewhere in the region of 11 to 12 days. Not a single incident. They just aren't interested in what I'm doing. So I will set up my drying racks and everything here. Oh, no. Thank you. I tend to set 2 of those up because I will start like fishing and things at some point myself, because I do quite like that mechanic of the game as well, like the whole fishing and things like that. I will just set up basically what I'm going to need initially to survive, and then we will get to collecting the materials I will need to do it. Why am I collecting that? I don't want that. I want that. So this is what it is. I get on with this. I need to go and collect the materials I need, but I tend to... So I go this way because obviously, because of the location here, when you eventually... This is the exit. If you... as I'll show you later on, you can get the... So it's basically a breathing apparatus that will assist you in breathing underwater. This is the exit to that cave. So ironically, later on I will pop out right next to this base. But the upside, for some reason, I couldn't tell you why, this is a beautiful location because you don't tend to get any sort of aggravation. As I say, I'm like somewhere in the region of 10 to 11 days in my multiplayer playthrough, and not an incident, not a single incident have I had as far as dealing with the mutants and things like that. I suspect this playthrough is going to be completely different because I can hear the little sods running around me. You always have to stay on the swivel. I mean, at one point, God's honest truth, I was doing my own thing, minding my own business, and I almost, excuse my French, shit one of my lungs because I turned round and he was right there on top of me. Do you know what? I almost had a heart attack. I swear to God. That's what I love about it. Like, you'll be doing something and then out of nowhere it will just come up and bite you in the arse. Like, it's hilarious. Like, I'm not one for being jumpy, but that actually made me jump. Which made me like, tickled me like profusely. Oh, there we go. As I said, these arseholes will come out of nowhere and have a go. What I found out though is if you leave them be or don't kill them, they will actually leave you to your own devices. Not entirely, but they won't be so quick to give you shit, basically. Excuse my French again. This guy obviously is trying his luck. Give me a dig, test his patience, but as you can see now, because I didn't attack and I didn't kill him, he don't seem overly... He'll watch me for a little while until he sees... Just don't turn your back on them. The moment you turn your back on them is the moment you're giving them the opportunity to kill you. And that's a genuine fact. The moment you turn your back on these things, then they will try and kill you. So I actively will try not to give them the opportunity to execute me. I tend to travel over this rock face here because obviously they can't travel it. I can, obviously. So I need to get this set up. I need to get the fire set up. Yeah, I just need to get it all set up as quickly as possible because obviously eventually we will start losing daylight. So you've played this before, Fanakala, or Fanakala. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I found this game by accident, and do you know what? I swear by it now. Like, I've actually converted some of my friends to this game, which tickles me absolute pink. Because obviously a lot of my friends don't really sort of... My friends sort of play Apex and things like that. So when I was able to somehow get them into this, now I'll be sitting there, I'll be like just doing my own thing of an evening, and I obviously see what my friends are doing, and bang, they're playing this, and I'm just like, well, I introduced you and you play it more than I do now. But yeah, it's quite funny. Like, but it's a good game. Like, I'm stunned. I'm hoping, because they're bringing out a second one, I am kind of hoping that they decide to bring the second one to console. I have heard though that the yeah, exactly. I think I've converted 3 people now to this game, just by like, yeah, you need to play this. But yeah, I swear by this game now. Like, most games, like, I'm a Fortnite player. I will play Fortnite for an hour, maybe. Then I will be completely bored. I won't want to play it anymore. So I will then go on to something else. But with this game, I can't get bored. No, what platform are you on, Fana? Because I'm always happy for people to jump on with me, because I will be doing a multiplayer version as well. I will be doing, obviously, the campaign stream, and I will do a multiplayer stream where I play with others, friends or viewers. So I would happily jam with you. I've actually built, I've got my setup for my multiplayer is called Safe Haven. So I've basically built a safe haven, ironically on this same spot, but with that I've spent a lot more time and energy in doing it. Like, just shockingly a lot more time and energy in doing it. I need to gather rocks. Another thing I recommend is, I've found the reason I was able to stay off the radar so much was when you cut down a tree, destroy the stump. If you destroy the stump, it means that they tend to care less, if that makes sense, because they don't even notice your presence. So I highly recommend that you kill the stumps. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm a Fortnite player. I used to play Stranded Deep, which is another survival game. But then I came across this, and I'm an instant convert. I've already deleted the other one. I've already deleted Stranded Deep just for this game, and this game is so worth it. It's like well beyond worth it. What I'm doing is I'm just getting this base set up. So we need to get some logs together. Hey, wow, 5 logs in one sitting. That is actually impressive. So I'll dump the logs here, just for now, because I'm starting to run out of daylight, and I need to get obviously a setup done quickly. I also need to I've got some snack bars, but I tend to recommend the snack bars you keep for when you're going on actual excursions or expeditions. I really don't want to use my lighter because that gives me away, but I've got no choice. Alright, we'll get this tree cut down, we'll get rid of those 2 tree stumps, and then we'll get the camp set up for now. And we will see where the land lies. I have memorised at least a small portion of this map, so I do sort of, to some extent, know where I am, where I'm going. Ironically, one of the friends that I've got that I've converted to this game, his camp, we didn't realise, he set his camp up at one of the crash sites. The crash site is literally just down the way. So if you were to combine our bases, his base is about maybe a half a mile from mine. Hilarious. I was laughing. Both me and him were laughing when we realised what had happened. That our bases were so closely built together. Alright, get rid of that. Got rid of that. So now I need to collect this lumber. I will show you how to transport this lumber to where it needs to get to, because obviously it's not a case of it being difficult, it's awkward. So I tend to go up over across this, because obviously you can't carry logs through water, which is a pain in the backside, but we'll get onto that later when we start building a proper base. As I say, I may give you guys towards the end of the stream, I may load up my my multiplayer save just to show you guys, because I put some serious effort and thought into it. I'm not done with it by any stretch of the imagination. That build is, once I'm done with that build, I'm gonna say comfortably it's gonna take at least a couple of hundred hours. It's gonna take at least 100 hours plus to get my design built. I haven't really done any of the campaign in that because I've just been so focused on getting my build done. So I'm pretty much going to focus on getting the build done first. So we're getting there. So we've got food stores, we've got fire. We'll just need to get this hunter's lodge up and running, and then we are sitting pretty. What I do recommend, guys, is I will show you. I've got plenty of wood to do it, which is also a bonus. I always recommend setting up a, please don't do that to me now, setting up a bench. Because obviously, as you can see on the bar on the right hand side there, my stamina is actually depleting, and not only is it depleting, the bar is actually dissipating. Whereas if you have a bench or a seat, you can refill that just by sitting down, quintessentially. Obviously you need to make sure that you're eating. I've got chocolate bars to last me a couple of days. Tomorrow we will start hunting deer, rabbit, because obviously there are things that you need to build. Pouches, things like that. I do recommend that you take the time to do so. So this is what I was going to do. I'm going to set up this. So this is ideal because obviously you can sit down and recover energy. And this is obviously this is literally just a start up. This isn't going to be a main base, but this will start me down the road to survival. Don't do that. Just stop being awkward. Thank you. So now we're across. And I love the fact that because of this location, all I can hear is a waterfall. I love that, because obviously you can hear the mutants and the cannibals cry out in the night. Whereas where I'm situated, all I can hear is the waterfall. Yeah, you can hear the cannibals and things, but it's not a major problem. Like, I can live with it. So what? Yeah, here we go. So obviously this is the first set. This is literally just a setup. I'll sit down, and as you can see on the right hand side there, I am recovering stamina now. Obviously I do need, there is actually a pot nearby, so there is a small camp with like arrows, a pot and things like that, because this water is actually polluted. But as it stands right now, I don't have the luxury of being able to decide to drink it. That's what that shudder is you're drinking it and your body doesn't agree with it, so it shudders. Because as I'll show you, it will, all your stats will be here. And obviously, apparently I'm in pain. I'm sick, so I've got I need to get some rest. I think also because of, so if you have meds and it restores your health. I think because of that guy obviously got the drop on me, he did injure me. So obviously you can save, and you can, I really highly recommend, guys, that you save this regularly. If you do not save regularly, you are in serious trouble. Because I sat there, I built an entire house out of stone in one of my playthroughs, and I was sitting there harvesting a tree. I got caught out, unlucky. The guy bopped me on the back of the head, killed me, and that was it. I'd lost everything. I had to start from scratch. So I really highly recommend, guys, that you really do constantly save. It is so important that you save. Right, today obviously we've got our camp set up now, so I need to fill those racks with food, and then we can start looking at what you've got to do. I'll sort of explain what you do and things like that. Me personally, I do like to do all my building stuff first. I like to build. We will do this for the campaign, obviously. I'm not a complete monster. I'm not going to make you sit here and suffer me building something because I've got this twisted idea in my imagination. What we do need to do though is I need to get the spear out, and we need to hunt. So I need to find some food. So the main one round here is deer. Ironically, there's a rabbit right there. I will try and have a crack at the rabbit. I still haven't got the fundamentals on how high this is going or low. So I've got an idea that you use the index finger as a point of interest as far as throwing's concerned, but do sort of aim down just a touch. Like, here we go, we'll do it here. There we go, we got him. So we got the lizard. We're going to skin him and take his skin for armor. Then we will grab the meat. So we now have some food that we will hang out to dry. I'm literally just obviously collecting what I need for, because obviously the whole situation here is survival. That's what you need to do. You need to survive. That is the key ingredient to this game, is survival. Please stay still just long enough. Bugger it. Right, rather than retrieve that spear, I'm going to try and do it again. Damn it. Right, I need him to stay still just long enough. Or I need to get a better angle. Right, we'll get down so he can't really see. I don't recommend you try and throw in a crouched position because it seems like utter crap. Gotcha! Obviously this is only a game. I don't condone animal cruelty or anything like that in real life, but it is just a game, and the point of the game is to survive. So obviously I don't condone any level of aggression if I can help it, because obviously I have a pet dog, and he is literally like my child. In a sense, he's like my baby. Me and him spend so much time together that I basically see him as my child. But yeah, no. But with this, obviously survival is your optimal thing to do. And as the gentleman Fanakala, I'm probably killing that. I'm so sorry, dude. This is a fantastically, addictively engrossive game. Like, I swear by it now. I haven't really sort of been playing, I don't play many games like this before Stranded Deep, but then I found this and my world changed. This is the game. So now we've got a good supply of food, we need to start exploring the landscape. So we're going to start doing that. Obviously, I do recommend that you always make sure you are back at your camp by the evening, because the evening tends to be a lot more complicated as far as searching and obviously enemies is concerned, because obviously you won't see them coming. They will crack you, they will run up, crack you in the back of the head, and you will be, there it is. So I recommend here, guys, if you do come and camp at this location, there is a campsite just east of the area, and I highly recommend it, because obviously not only you can find all the materials like materials you will need, which obviously in this case is arrows, food, yeah, no, I know exactly where to find arrows as far as this goes. And I'm not that good with the bow, to be fair. I'm better with a slingshot, as I will show you. I can kill a fish with a slingshot. I don't need a bow to do it. I can kill a fish with a slingshot. But yeah, obviously, and the pot. The pot is another also important thing, because obviously with the whole water situation being polluted, you use that pot to quintessentially boil the water so that you can drink it, make it more manageable for your stomach. Right, so that, if I'm right, is the area cleansed. I don't want to venture too far away from the base just yet. Even more arrows. I can't carry too many more. No, that's it. I can't carry any more. But I do recommend you don't venture too far initially. What you want to do is obviously just get it to the point where you can, as you can see there, I'm using the index as an indicator, and so if I'm right, you've got at least a centimetre within where your finger is to where the bow is going to go. You saw me. You got about a centimetre of gap. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I do agree with that entirely, Fana. But yeah, to be fair, once I get the katana, I'm like a kid in a candy store. That's all I want to use. Like, I'll run up to him and you just see me swinging this katana, cutting him up. It's usually what it is when I play with my friends. Obviously, I have the katana on his save, and all it's just like you hear the growl. Then my friend tends to start laughing because all you hear is me in the background going, "Katana!" and I charge at him. I charge him with a. I'd rather do it with a sword. Yes, thank you. I'm quite good with the old spears as well, which is a weird one. So yeah, we've now got more food, we've got a pot, we've got all the good stuff, so we're going to head back, take stock, and consider the next step. I'm happy with the base as it is at the minute, because obviously I'm not going to waste all your guys' time by building a big old base like I would genuinely. Generally, I would be so focused on base building that I'd probably spend at least the first couple of episodes just doing that. I'd love to do that, but I don't want you guys to get bored, to be fair, so I won't. So this is what I've got. This is all the stuff that I've got. Rope, furs. I need the furs. Treats. I need, what I want to do so I'll get that. So this is the stuff you can make. Obviously, it tells you what you can do, how you can do it, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. You don't need me to keep blaring on about it. So the bow is a stick, rope and cloth. Beautiful. So now I've got the bow, I've got the slingshot. I need more deer. I need more deer. 2 water skin and a rope. So that is for water. I recommend you grab one, because then what you do is fill her up. But only drink it in extreme situations. I don't recommend you do it consistently. What I do recommend you do though is fill the water up, stick it on the fire and boil the water first, because you can add different stuff to it as well. Like you can add leaves. If I had berries and stuff, you can add berries to it, things like that. Yeah, it's just a shockingly all-round good game. Like for a whole survival concept, it's fantastic. I got a skull there. I'm just thinking aloud, guys. I will do that a lot. I do apologise. I do have habits, so I do have the habit of. I just want some sort of fire or lighting implement. So I'll put that down there. So obviously, when the fire's not lit, I'll have that. So that will just. But this is a start-up camp. This is just like my first camp, and I'll use this as the centre point. Just to get started, really. Like this will be my. This is how it all starts. This is how the greatness begins, ladies and gentlemen. I would feed you that line, but to be honest, I'm probably still learning how to play the game. There are still things that surprise me, like just then. I keep getting caught out. I will get caught out by the cannibals. I apologise if I swear, but if the thing startles me, I am going to swear. I will crap myself if I'm honest. And the upside with the script, I want lizard. So we're good for daylight. I do need to venture into a cave at some point. You do have to venture into a cave, as you can see. From where we are now, you get a lot of patrols go past up here. They go from left to right. Obviously, there were some over there. I didn't expect that, but they're just the starving cannibals. So they seem to be. They tend to be everywhere. But in general sense, this location, they won't bother you because they obviously don't know how to get to you for a start. So they don't tend to be as aggravative. There we go, all fed. Yeah, so they don't tend to be as aggravative. I'm surprised I managed to get that word out, look. Who feels smart? Me. I'm not going to say it again because I'll probably get it wrong now I've said it. But yeah, so that's that. That's the camp setup. That is exactly what I wanted. So now we are going to look at venturing out, gathering materials, and just doing general survival stuff. Obviously, there is a campaign to this. There are things you can do or need to do to get certain things. Like there are machetes, katana, chainsaw, and a modern version of an axe, a rusty axe. There are a lot of things you have to get, but all of that is for you need to go cave diving to get that sort of stuff. But the problem is going into the cave system. It tends to be quite problematic because obviously the cannibals tend to reside underwater a lot more. So you actively don't want to Oh, I thought that was something else then. I just almost crapped myself. I am sorry, guys. This game does make me a bit jittery from time to time. Especially when I don't want to look a complete prat in front of you lot. not gonna lie, it's gonna happen anyway. But I will actively try not to. There we go. Right, we need the fur. Well, we don't need it. We do, technically. But I do want the meat, because obviously I will keep the meat. You have to be careful, though, because the meat can spoil. You don't want the meat to spoil, because otherwise you're basically carrying around meat that you can't use. And that really does suck, if I'm honest. If the meat spoils, it really does suck. Don't be starting none. Oh, a couple of them looking at me now. They do climb trees and stuff. Obviously, I'm only at this current state. I'm only venturing out just far enough to start harvesting things I need, like materials and things like that. I'll explain it all as we progress. But to be honest, having them see where I am kind of makes me nervous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going back here, and we are going to start. No, I'm not going to get stuck, thank God. And we're going to start looking at building something a little more permanent as far as a base is concerned. Now we've obviously got food and other materials that are required. I'm actually going to look into base building. We will do the campaign as we progress, but for now, obviously I've got enough food to last. That doesn't mean the meat's gone bad, it just means it's dried out, which is what I want, the meat to dry. We're going to look at building a base, an actual bona fide base. I'm just going to I've got to decide how I want to play this out. I do recommend high ground, like getting as high as possible with it all, but you also have to take into account it is a lot harder to get materials here from anyway. So yeah, so obviously I tend to set up I'll show you. So you can set up things called zip lines, and they are fantastic for getting materials from A to B. And as we're going to start building actual base parts and things like that, not base parts, if that makes sense, you know what I mean. As we're going to start building a base, we are going to need it. Obviously, that's going to mean it's going to require wood and things like that. We're going to do it over here, because I can then farm the man. I was going to try and get the rabbit, but unfortunately rabbits are a lot smarter than most other prey, and they always seem to know when you're about. But to be fair, I was kind of clanking around, so hey, so there's a cave. This is what a cave entrance looks like, one of them. You go down there, but you go down there and there tends to be baddies, bad guys, enemies, all that, all the nasties. I need to figure out a good spot. I'd say that is a fantastic spot. So what we're going to do is we'll swim over here. This is so I can transport materials over across, because obviously you have to transport things like logs and things like that, and I don't particularly want to have to I'm just trying to work out how that's going to work. Auto transport, okay, so we'll stick that there. hoping that looks like they're about level, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. I need 3 rope, so it takes 7 of these to create 1 rope. 7 cloth, 1 rope. So 1, 2, 3. So that's that. So we'll install that. So that's the rope installed, and now we need to install the trees. But as I say, big but, if you're going to do so, make sure you destroy the stump, because if you don't, they will then get a better idea of where you are, your location, and while you're trying to build, you really do not want them knowing where you are situated, because it just opens up a whole new mess of problems that you really don't want, because obviously it really does suck. I think I'm about to get a random lizard kill without even trying, because I'm about to drop a tree on it. Is it? Is it? Is it? No, I didn't. Oh well. How many do I need? 10. Okay. So each tree on average can spit out anywhere between 4 to 5 logs, depending how lucky you are. That is a 5, which I'm quite surprised that I got. Oh no, that is just tilted just enough. But yeah, I always recommend, what you want to do is you come up here, you get rid of this AS. Oh wait, I'm a bit tired. Give me a sec. Ah, there we go. So that's that gone. I need to do this one now. What I recommend is, if you're out in the field, you're nowhere near a water supply or a food supply, that you actively Oh, I need to check something. Oh, you are joking. I'm 1 log out. All it's about to do is give me that 1 log. I'd have been happy. But no, it couldn't. It could not do it. That 1 log. The 1 log that I required. Right, we're going to cut this down. We'll get rid of this. We'll get this final log underway. I'll take this tree actually, because this I think I'm going to get about 4 or 5 out of this one. Probably 4, I'm going to guess. Although with the height of it, I might get 5, because this is a tall boy, very tall boy. There we go. Timber. I don't know why I say that, but I always sit there, I'm like, timber. Timber. There we go. So look, here's the trick. You can do that. So obviously I need to get materials across the water to allow me to build a base. So the upside is this will allow me to do that without having to find some awkward... No! Just don't do that. Oh no. Yeah, just actively try not to do that, guys. You'll be fine. Obviously, me being me, put my foot in my mouth. Just be careful about the transporting, because you will, unfortunately, sometimes get caught out, and that happens. But before we go, no, get me the light back on. I'm not happy right now, so I want to get this destroyed so we can get the hell back to base camp. we go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in via the water. Yeah, be careful. Obviously I'm dragging this. Obviously I'm freezing my arm. I was then going to say arse off, but I've realised I'm on stream and saying arse is probably a bad thing. But yes, I'm starting to freeze. Not something I want to be doing. What's going on? There we go. What are you doing? I'm literally stood in a position where I don't have to do that. There you go. So obviously we've now transported the logs across, which is what I want. Typical. We need to light a fire. So because I've been in the water, obviously I'm cold and I'm wet, and not something you particularly want. And I will sit my backside down. Obviously it's night time, so we will jump to daytime shortly, and then we will look at actual base build. Because obviously you need like storage, things like that. All of that is like dramatically important in the survival rate. Your survival rate on this game depends on your ability to survive. I'm going to save it first. You will see me keep saving it, guys. I do apologise, but I would rather be safe than sorry. I have no intention of getting killed and completely killing this gameplay or this playthrough because I was overconfident. We're going to jump to daytime. There we go. We've got some light. So now it's sort of almost dawn by the looks of it. So now we're going to start thinking about getting some sort of build up and running. And for that, I want the custom stuff. No. Custom foundation, that's what I want. Yeah, that's too far. Nope, go back. Too far again. You see the idea of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to delete it there because I'm obviously going to... I have plans. I have I have ideas. Whether they're good ideas or not, time will probably tell. Right there. Why would you do that? Please don't do that to me. So to here and this is really finicky, obviously, as you can see. So this will be a good start point for a base build. I'm going to need to eat first. But the upside is obviously I can transport logs across. This is the one thing I will say, guys. This game is a very... Why can't I place logs? Why won't you let me place them? Should we try that again? There we go. Hell. So obviously we're going to get started. This is the first part to the build. We're obviously going to do a dock. Literally, you're just going to watch as I build a total base, a complete base. So what we're going to do is we're going to light the fire first. We will be going like cave diving and things like that, but I'm going to wait until I'm at least more adequately prepared for that situation, because I am not even remotely prepared for that situation as it stands right now. I do want to, yeah, I'm going to do it, but I want to be sure that I'm ready to do it. Weirdly enough, it doesn't tell me how many more logs I need. Oh, 16. Sorry guys, I just had a complete prat moment. So down the bottom it will tell you how many you need. So you imagine 16 logs, that is on average between 4 and 5 per tree, give or take. So I'm going to need at least 3, maybe 4 trees worth of logs. So I need to cut down 3 to 4 trees. Obviously with this game you can mess around with some of the settings, and what I've got is, because this game actually, this game's sort of half work, I don't know if it's real time or not, but if you set it up, if you have respawn, like the trees will regrow if you obviously set it up that way. So you can then obviously play comfortably and knowing that the trees will respawn. So obviously I may be using the trees right now, but fortunately for me, they will respawn down the line. Obviously I'm only taking what I need. I'm not greedy with this game. I will take only what I require to build what I need. So I need another 11 logs. It doesn't help to be smart and have extras, I will say that much, guys. What are you doing? What are you doing, chap? There we go. I just do that because obviously they're less inclined to give me aggravation. Hello. Hello. So these are the cannibals. I think I may have just accidentally disturbed a patrol. So these guys will now watch me like a hawk. But what I will do... Why can't I do it? There we go. So I'll use this anyway. I'll use this, which gets me away from them. Which is exactly... Whoa, Jesus. Look how far that launched me. That's dangerous. Oh, 20 logs it takes. Wow. 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 So that's... Is it literally just going to be like a case of it will only let me do it at certain angles, because that's kind of a pain? Yeah. It will only let me do it at certain angles. But this is the start, so this is literally the first initial part to the build. I don't know if I can destroy this boat, because I don't particularly want it here. Nope, can't destroy it. So lovely. So we will now just get on with our day. As you can see, because I vanished, I think so do the patrol. Because obviously they can't get to me, so the NPC, so I imagine it's some part of the game's algorithm. The game then suddenly realises that there's not a lot it can really do. What am I didn't mean to catch that. Wow, that's the first duck I've caught. So I imagine it's something to do with like the game's algorithm then realises that well, actually we can't get to him, so let's just not bother. So the reason I build here is because this is the perfect location for fish. Obviously you've got the surrounding environment as far as trees, good like animals about, and where I'm building, nothing can reach me. So you can basically build a base without having to worry every 5 seconds about getting hit or attacked by something. You will get attacked, as you saw, but it won't be because you've intentionally managed to bollocks it up, shall we say. Excuse my language again. But so we'll get this tree chopped. Come on, come on. We've got some rainfall coming. So I think the patrols only happen early in the morning. So I do recommend, guys, that you try and actively avoid getting caught by a patrol. They may know where I am now, I don't know. Obviously I try and fool the algorithm by suddenly disappearing. They may stand around and look at you for a minute. I don't know whether that has an impact on them being able to actually catch you. Because obviously they can't get to you in any way, shape or form. I think the only time it's happened to me is when one of them accidentally slipped off the cliff and ended up in my base, but that was because they'd slipped off the cliff and ended up in my base, not because they'd actively made it to my base. It was because the guy tripped over himself or whatever and ended up inside my territory, as it were. Not technically my territory, because this is all their territory. I just happen to be a visitor. So we're going to get this wood across as fast as possible. But look. But look. Where? There it is. I knew. There we go. So that's that across. I'm going to quickly do something, guys. What I recommend is also, beautiful little trick, is you need cloth and stuff. So come and destroy these effigies, because you get skull, you get sticks, and they always respawn. So these effigies are a fixed point in the game. So even if you destroy one, because there's obviously patrols and things, they will replace them. And you will find that daily they get replaced, so that, well, you pretty much don't have to deal with it at that point. But always, if you want to survive long and peacefully to some extent in the game, make sure you destroy these tree stumps, because then on some level you will get left to your own devices. Unfortunately, I'm not completely lucky with it all, and they have caught me out. Obviously, it's not something that you intentionally go out to get caught or anything like that. It's just something that happens. It's not like you're actively going out of your way to get caught. That I'm not going to deal with, because that's not rock. Hello? Oh! That's the first time that's ever happened to me. Wow. Well, that was a bit clunky there. But let's keep going. I should, in theory, have enough now to build the base to what I need to build. I'm not going to bother destroying that stump because obviously the stump is in the rock. So if they notice that, I'll be impressed. Just a glitch in the game, a glitch in the matrix, as they say. Right, let's go. As it catapults me out of rock face at such speeds that I should technically be dead. What? I know. Oh. No. No. You have to be so careful. I'm not even looking at it, and apparently it appreciates it more than it actually... Look at that. I'm building without even looking. I'm that good. Right, so that's the base. Ta-da! Now we can stand on the damn thing. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to set up walls. So we're going to go custom walls. And we are going to start the building process. But what we're going to do is we're going to go for a door here, but with a locking mechanism. We're going to have a window here, we're going to have a window there, and a window there. So that'll be nice. And then we want to go for... Oh, you need to actually have walls set up first. But we're going to obviously then proceed to build other things. I might need some stairs there actually. That might be a very, very smart thing to do. Yeah, I'm not liking that, if I'm honest. Right, I need to sit down and rest for a second. Let's light a fire just in case I start freezing or anything. Because I do not want to freeze my butt off when we've done so well to survive this long. I'm going to build a hut. I'm probably going to make that into an actual living hut. I will obviously build a store hut as well. For storing materials. I need to build a dock as well because I'm going to build something where obviously I can fish with a lot less issues. I like the fact that if you look at the bottom on the left hand side, it actually tells you what materials you need and how much of Z material you need, which, brilliant, absolutely brilliant if I'm honest. Excuse me guys, I'm now opening a drink, and yes, I'm doing it with my teeth. It's a very bad habit, don't do it. Oh, that's better. Oh, 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 oh. Ah! I didn't mean to do that. Set myself alight. Well, very intelligent that was. Right. There we go. We good. We good. Yeah, I need to put in a step or something there, because... Yeah. I'll put in a step there at some point. I'm going to need to. But I cannot stress the use of a zipline. The zipline is so handy that I recommend it. Like every time I recommend it. So let's just get this tree down. I need 27 more lumber, so I need to start getting the logs, sending them across as fast as I can, because I'm going to try and do it before I lose too much daylight. Because I'm losing daylight fast now. I don't want to end up sat in the dark, confused. Whereas, well, not confused. To be honest, I like getting so much done in one day. So as far as building's concerned, it would be an ideal situation for me if I could get all the walls up before I go to sleep, before obviously I'd save and advance the day. I prefer it if I can get all the walls up. So we're sending all the logs across, because that is obviously the priority for me, is making sure that I can get these walls up. Each wall is 5 logs, give or take. Oh, I can see you there. Don't even try. As you noticed, I'm sort of at the point where you have to be really smart. So I will back up to the water's edge, because these guys think they're clever. So you want to make sure your back is to somewhere they can't get to. Because there's one in the tree. To be fair, it may be worth, as much as I would love to continue work, it may be worth me calling it, because I could kill these guys. It would be smart to kill these guys. But I'm not after trouble, not genuinely, or generally even. Back up. Back up. Back up. Don't be picking a fight with me, mate. I'll take your damn head off. Where's the tree I was cutting into? Huh. Oh, there you are. Let's get this tree down and get the hell out of Dodge. Generally, I wouldn't recommend you cutting trees down in front of cannibals, because they don't like it. But at this point, the tree's already on its way down, so I might as well do it. Get the lumber, get it across, get the hell back to base, and worry about the consequences of the issue later. The upside is, as I say though, because of the base's location, it is actually a lot easier to just zip across, and that really is dangerous. Yeah, it is easy to just zip across. That way they've now lost me in the dark, and they can't traverse across water, so they will genuinely leave me be. Beautiful. So that's that. As you can see, it's nice and simplistic. Get this base built, or generally I like to get it built, get a roof on it. Obviously I'll leave this here, this hunting area. This will be where all my food and stuff is until I decide otherwise. So in here will probably be housing, so living quarters. So I'll have a bed in here, maybe a table, chairs, a roof. A roof will be one thing I do put on. I'll actually check that now. So I should technically right, let me I do want to put a roof on this. So I want to do it there. That way. I know there's a small gap, but in the long haul it will keep everything dry. Actually, no, I don't like that. It should be the other way. So I'm going to delete that. We'll deal with that. We need the walls up first. The walls are far more important. What I will do though is obviously in here, just for better viewing, so obviously I can see what I'm doing, we will put in, morbid as it may seem, I could do with the light. And then we will put another one in this corner here. Oh no, I don't want that, I don't want that. Come on, go, 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 go. Go. So we'll get that installed here. And we are good. So I'll leave that as that. That way I've got, at least this place has lighting as well now. We will save the game. Yep, normal. Apparently some I've apparently people play this on hard. How'd they do that? Oh, I'm thirsty. Let's have a swig of that. There we go. Refilled that. As you can see there, the water is polluted, as it says. But I imagine you should be able to boil it and then put it in here. Maybe. I don't know for definite. This is actually going to be temporary, this. The only thing that may stay here permanently are the food stores. Otherwise, everything else will get changed. So I still need, what, 4, 5, 5. So that's... No, 19. Where's the 19 come from? 5, 5, 5, 15. Oh yeah. Ignore me guys, I just had a moment there. But as you can see, it's coming along nicely. So we'll then get a roof on that. I may try and put something in here. So I may put in just a flat thing here and then install everything here. So that this will be my food and... pardon me, I'm so sorry. And my storage for everything. And then over here, I may find a way to build, oh god, a dock or something. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. I may finish these walls this stream and then we will pick up tomorrow, but I will do something different. I'm gonna eat these chocolate bars to be honest, because it saves me a lot of messing around. Alright, I need to go and destroy that stump because it will bug me if I do not. Then I need to try and get as many more trees across as possible, as quickly as possible, before the patrol catches me. Because I don't want to get caught out by their patrol. Alright, that's that one gone. Right, I'm going to destroy this tree. Is this the same tree? You joking me, right? Holy crap. Okay, I can destroy it. Well, let's destroy it. Let's see if it falls the same way the other one did. Da, 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 da. Hurry up. Whoa! Dude, that fell the wrong way. That could have fallen on me. Usually the tree does what it's told, falls the right way, but on this occasion apparently it did not. it decided to fall the... Oh, you must be joking me at this point. So I'm somehow going to have to try... What are you doing? It's because of the time of day. It's still not light enough out. I'm not going to deal with that because that's obviously in the tree again. Right. We need to get that last log. I do not like seeing that stuff like that go to waste, and that is a perfectly good usable material that would save me having to cut down any more trees than necessary. To be fair, guys, what I might do is I might take the time to show you a base build, and then we will just hammer out the campaign all in one go type effect. Obviously there's a lot to do because you have to go into different cave systems, and in each cave system there's something different to do, but the problem is in the cave systems you're in their territory, and at that point it doesn't tend to be so fun. Once you're in their turf, that's it. And with this game, you got to make sure you save. But if you die, you die. You only get one chance where if you get knocked out or killed, incapacitated, you wake up upside down in a cave. You wake up upside down in a cave system. That's a good thing, because that way you can get close to the modern axe and things like that. But I may show you the handy little trick with that one actually. So basically, if you come across red paint, do yourself a favour and slap it on, because they are afraid of something. I don't know. To be honest, I can't remember seeing the red cannibal in the beginning. All you see is the plane crash, and his kid gets taken. I think you do. It may have shown it in the beginning. I don't remember seeing it. I might have been talking about something else. But yeah, so you apply the red paint, and the cannibals will actively leave you be. Or physically, they may try and take a punt at you, but that's because obviously that's just them trying to exert their strength. Their strength. They're trying to show you who's boss. But obviously, with the cannibals in this game, it's like an animal. You show them who's boss, they will quite happily. They'll do as they're told. I got to the point where I had the cannibals chanting my name. Were chanting. They were just like on their knees chanting because they thought I was some sort of god. Weird as it may seem, it meant that they weren't trying to rip my damn head off. So I was not complaining at that. Right, we need to get this tree down and get this across fast, because I have a really bad feeling that there is a patrol going to be coming soon, and I don't want to be party to any issues. Plus, once we've got these walls up, I will probably call it for this stream, and next stream, when we pick up next stream, we will continue the building process. So we will get the rest of the hut finished, so we'll get the roof on the hut. That'll be the main priority. And once the roof's on, we'll look at building storage and things like that. Then we'll start looking at the cave systems. Yeah, this could be a good old series. This could be a good long series. I'm hoping it will be, because this game is by far one of my favourites in my collection. and my collection is somewhere in the region of 107 or 8 games strong, all digital. I don't have a single disc copy of a game. All my games are digital, but it is a collection over several years, about 2-3 years I think, because obviously even if I bought a new PlayStation, boys, and on that note, see you later. So now they'll be confused. They won't be able to find me. They won't be able to get to me. They'll just stand around confused. If they get to me, it'll be the first time I've ever seen it happen since I've found this build site. There we go. I haven't built any windows this side because obviously they're just going to be staring at a wall, so I didn't think it would be any point. Typical. I haven't got enough. So we need 2 more logs and that will be all the walls set up. So I'm going to go and get those 2 logs because I did promise that I would get the walls built before we called it. And I'm a man of... So as you can see, they vanished because they can't figure out where I am. And they can't figure out how to get to me once I've left. It's like the water acts as a barrier to them. So for any starter players, this is a fantastic location. I'm trying to think how to explain where this location is, because you don't really have a map either. That's the one thing about this game, is you don't have a fully viable map. You start jotting down where location you are, like where you're going, things like that, but you don't technically get a map because you're basically drawing as you go round, so you've got to explore. So you won't have a full map unless you've explored it already. But I decided to go on Google and download a map of the forest, so I know where I am. Because obviously, as I've been putting in so many hours with this game recently, I've been finding obviously getting a better grip with the map, the locations, where to go, how to get there, and all that, just to make sure that I know where I am. Right, so this will be, let's get these logs sent across. That's 2. No, that's all of them. We are laughing. That is dangerous. If this was a real rope swing, you'd slap that wall with such speed that you'd end up dead. Booyah! There we go, boys. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we are. So now, want to do, where is it? Custom roof. got to try and get this just about right, because I don't like there being too much of a gap. So there's the roof, so we'll be good with that. So I'll take these last 2 logs and we will plumb them in. So we need another 18 logs, no, another 16, sorry, and that will be this built. Then we can start looking at installing what we need to install in here, and this will be my first building of my small base, my base setup. This will be the living quarters, so I'll put storage in here for other materials. Obviously I can lock it so it's an upside, so there's no problem with that. Over here I'll put in a platform, then I will put all like the food storage, the wood, the stone, all of the other storage in here. Then yeah, we'll see where we go from there, because obviously once I have the ability to put a bed in there, I will destroy all of this stuff, because obviously I'll install a fireplace and things like that in their house. There's actually, before we go guys, what I'm going to do is I'll save this and I will show you just quickly. Obviously this will be the playthrough we continue with. I may show you the end result of what I'm doing personally for myself. So that's that saved. We are going to exit and I will show you Safe Haven. So this is a pre-built, this is a base that I initially started on. So we'll host the game, continue on. I got 3 saves here, so 2 of them are with my friends and 1 of them's pretty much by myself. So we want this middle one here. Safe Haven, friends only, create the lobby. So this, guys, is what I'm about to show you is my multiplayer build. So obviously with this one, if I choose to, I can allow other people onto the server I'm playing on, and they can then play the game with me. Everything you're about to see, this entire build, is done by me. I have spent hours of my life getting every single piece of material that is required to build this base myself, and I've installed it myself. I just wanted to test my test my artistic flair, in a sense. You'll see what I mean. I've made it look like a home, if that makes sense. As you're going to see now, obviously you've seen how you build things, but this is the fruits of my labour as far as building anything's concerned. This is the fruits of my labour. I have spent hours upon hours of my life in this, especially this save, building it up. So here we go. We will get to it. So, give it a sec. So I'm gonna need my light. So as per my previous, as my single player save, as you can see, I've got my food stores here. I've got the fire, the hut, but the difference is this is a crane system. So it goes up, and I've obviously used it. So we go up, and once we're up here, this one I can play with anybody. So say for example you are a subscriber to my channel and you fancy having a play, you can jump on this server, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, this server is going to be solely for, say for example you jump on the game and I'm going to let people build their own homes. So I'm going to turn this into like a little villa area, if you so to speak, where people can build their own homes, but we all live in the same area. It may sound stupid, but to me it sounds interesting. But let's show you my villa. So this is my multiplayer villa. I built this one obviously above the ground. The game just... That's the problem. Sorry about that, guys. So because the game decided to take a minute to itself, apparently I walked right off the edge. Fortunately, just there is something you could use to pull it back down, which obviously I recommend. So now we're going to go straight back up, and in we are. So in here, this is my design setup. So I've got my trophy, deer head. I've got the skin on the wall. I've got lamp. This is storage, so you can store pain pills, alcohol, things like that. This is wood storage. I haven't been obviously using this. I've got a fireplace. I've had to get, there's 68 wood on this fireplace, and I had to get every single stone myself. Obviously chair, seating area, like arrows, more storage, my bed. So like this is like the artistic flair. Like I love this whole, the ability to design as you see fit. Obviously once I've got this bed installed, which I need 3 more rabbit skins, I will delete the one down there, and this will become my sole home. But as I said, if you have this game and you happen to watch my video and enjoy it, and you fancy coming onto this server with me and actually building your own home within the same vicinity, be my guest. Just hit me up in the comments, let me know your PSN name. I will then hit you up and we will arrange, or organise should I say, and then we will get it done. We will have a go. So we'll go back downstairs. Obviously you can lock this one from the inside as well, but this was my nifty little tub. What is happening there? The only problem is obviously there's a slight gap, so if you're unlucky you can fall through that gap. So we'll go back down. Ground floor. And yeah, so but I've got three full racks as I normally would of food. But as you can see, there is no zip line, so I've carried all this lumber here by hand. Yeah, a lot of time has gone into this. So, but this is called the safe haven. As I say, if you fancy coming on here, building your own base, hit me up. I will happily help you. It would be nice to obviously get other people on the server. Yeah, building your own bases. Like for example, just an example, someone could build stairs and build a house underneath mine. So like apartments in a weird way, or things like that. But yeah, just if the idea intrigues you, or you fancy doing it, if you have the game, or you end up getting the game, just say hit me up in the comments, and I will make an active point, because I've been playing this game. I play this game actively, so I will make a point of adding you and inviting you so you can start the process of building your own base. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you're already a subscriber viewing my content, nice to have you back. Thank you for coming back, and I hope you all have a fantastic afternoon, guys. You look after yourselves, alright?